Welcome to the Valley Preferred Cycling Center in Drexlertown. Service Electric Network here to bring you Friday night under the lights, UCI regular racing. Jim Krupko along with Gary Blockus. And Gary, it's Rider of the Year points and just a regular slate of events.
This isn't just a regular slate of events, though, Jim. This is the beginning of 3 weeks in a row of UCI racing. Everybody's talking about the Olympics going on right now, but these kids right now, the people racing tonight, will be earning points to qualify their teams for the 2024 Olympics. So tonight we're going to see the women's finals in the Omnium. We're going to see men's sprint finals. We're going to see women's Keirin finals. It's going to be some great racing with an international field. So the internationals are back, and it's Olympic festival.
There you go. We're looking ahead to 2024. Don't touch that tile. Cycling coming your way on Service Electric Network.
One finalist determined, one more to be determined, and a third ride between Evan Boone and Jinwei Tang. Dodic winning in straight rides over Tom Quinn.
And now we're scanning out the Rider of the Year points. Dakota Stein just ahead of John Kroom by 3. Brad Green a little bit of a distant third at 41. Michael Miller 41 and 31, and Andrew Duddle 26 are the top 5, and you can see the rest of the riders there on your screen.
They're just grabbing a point here or there.
It's always good to play that spoiler.
Yes, it is.
And you want to get on the board for points. I mean, that's always any competitive athlete. Anytime they can put up a number, they're going to want to do that.
Few people start right at the top. Picking up that first point is something significant. I mean, Elspeth Hewitt is a case study in that. Two or 3 weeks ago, she came up with her first Friday night victory in the Artie Greenberg 5 mile. Then she comes back with her first ever national championship. And I believe she's 31 years old. That's just a tremendous stick-to-itiveness, tremendous mental fortitude to stay with it that long and finally have that kind of great success.
This one is a big run. We got a 90 lapper on the card right now.
This is a points race.
So every 6 laps, I believe it's going to be, the riders will pick up points. So this is Rider of the Year also, 30 kilometers. And as you see there on the graphic, great job. There are points every 6 laps given to the riders. So you got to keep tabs.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. But when you go to the really elite places like the Olympics, they'll actually have a scoreboard up that will tell you the winner of the lap and all the places for the lap, who has the points and the cumulative points. Makes it much easier to follow. And this is still one of my favorite races. It's just so hard to follow it watching without the aid of
a scoreboard. Yeah, I agree. Pretty full field of the elite men.
I don't think we can name them all.
Oh,
it'll take to the end of the race to get through all the list of names here.
Yeah, we'll go through as best we can during the race. Daniel Brewer is the top guy on the list. Daniel Brewer, Michael Miller, Robert Mayfield, John Kroom, of course, wants to grab those Rider of the Year points. Danielle Matthew, Tristan Manderfield, Ryan Jastrab, Akili Campbell, Jamal Eastman, another familiar name here at the Velodrome over the years, Mathias Guillemette, Christopher Heineman, Jackson Kinberg, Sam Morris, Ethan Ondrachuk, Dennis Ramirez, Connor Salee, Edwin Sutherland, Dakota Stein, Andrew Duddle, Bradley Green, Billy Taylor, and Cesar Gallego. That's our first sheet. That might be everybody, actually.
Looks like there's more than that.
It does, but I'm not sure.
We only have one sheet.
We got him. We did it. We covered them all. The other sheet's just a different race with most of the same riders on it. So they are off 90 laps.
And this will be fun to watch as they see what tactics. If you lap the field, you get extra points, which goes a long way in the standings.
I'm always, as many years as I've been doing this, I'm always impressed how they can ride so tight, so close, and very few mishaps. A testament to their professionalism and their experience.
Practice, practice, practice. We say few mishaps, but last week at Nationals, we saw quite a few crashes. So this is a little bit more experienced field now with some international riders here. And we've got a rocket ship going off here. The breakaway group already early. Group of 5. Now I've got one man saying, no, we're not going to let that take place. That's Akil Campbell from Trinidad. He's trying to catch that group of 5. And now the peloton is stringing out, and they're saying, wait a minute, we can't let the whole group of 5 get away, maybe 6.
They're going to try, though. They're really pressing that.
That's being led by Ryan Jastrab and Tristan Manderfield. Tristan Manderfield is riding for the U.S. Military Endurance Sports. He's out of Colorado Springs, so he may be a member of, I'm not 100% positive, but he could be a member of that elite U.S. military team.
Nah, the peloton, you called it. The peloton said, no way. We're not letting you guys put us in the rear view mirror, and they have already reeled them in.
Connor Salee at the back of the group there, and that group of 5 has now abdicated. They've swung up the tracks. The pace is slowing, and we have a rider down below who says, "Okay, I can get in front of you guys. I'm riding less. I'm not up on the banking. I can go fast too."
That front group, no Moss, they already backed it off. Nah, nobody wants to. They know there's points coming up.
Yes, they do.
That was Cesar Gallego leading that one out, but now we got a little group that's
another breakaway
fractured.
Group of 6 with his first sprint coming up.
The group of 6.
This lap. Here's the bell for the sprint. You see everyone starting to accelerate.
Is that Stein?
Or 241, Bradley Green leading that group.
That's Bradley Green in the black and white striped jersey.
Not to be confused with Bradley Cooper.
Or Keegan Bradley.
Group of 6 in front. They're going to grab all the points.
Here they go.
Got a rider in red coming across the top. He says, I don't know, look how tight they are. Look how tight. Rider 40, they're jawing at each other too. That's Edwin Sutherland with the points. Followed by Sam Morris. And they were yapping at each other. They were yapping at each other as they crossed. They're still yapping. Didn't like how tight that was. Sam Morris did not like how tight that was. He thought Edwin Sutherland was just a bit too close for comfort on that.
He's got the points though. Wow, that's the first time we've had in a while trash talking between the riders. We just can't hear it up here, but that
used
one
to be
was
a regular thing back in the day. In the 90s, that's all they did was trash talk.
We could see them though from here.
80s and 90s, that was fun. It wasn't fun sometimes afterwards.
A copy of that transcript will be available on the Valley Preferred website after the race today. Well, I got another
Danielle Matthews.
Matthew leading it at 19.
From Kutztown, Belleville Cycling Club. You like to see the Kutztown riders. That's why first I was visiting my wife in Kutztown at Kutztown University when I first discovered the velodrome. I was just amazed.
Are the riders, do some of the riders still live in the dorm? They used to dorm riders
They used to. I don't know
ago.
if they still do. There used to be an agreement.
That was John Kroom. That's the guy. I'll say it again. He spells doom. John Kroom.
Spells doom. Mathias Guillemette, rider number 36 from Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
Yep. That is Guillemette. Mathias. Sounds like a biblical name, Mathias.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. When was the last time you heard those names coming from the Middle East?
There they go.
Coming up on the sprint.
Next set of points. Sutherland took the
Tristan Manderfield
first batch.
leading that one. He's still leading. Now you see riders coming over the top.
There you go.
And boy, are they coming over the top. They've got
there's
some speed on
spillage.
them.
Kroom.
You can see that arrow form with the helmet down low towards the handlebars.
Is
They're
Kroom going to hold
fight
him
for
off?
first place here.
No, he got nosed at
That
the
was
line. That was
Guillemette.
Guillemette.
Yes.
He knows Kroom.
Kroom. He spelled doom for Kroom that time. There's 2 sprints in.
2 sprints in, and we have Sutherland and Guillemette. The winners.
They're all winners.
This one, I think Kroom's going to go after big time. I think he really wanted that second sprint.
Yeah, I think he just he felt a little comfortable, it looked like, in that lead position, and he didn't really feel the speed coming from behind him. Shadows are, again, riders try to react to shadows as well, and the shadows on the home straight just aren't, the whole home straight is shaded, so he couldn't see the shadows of the rider coming up behind him. As you see right now, it's like almost shadowless for those riders because the shadow's on the wrong side for them to look. On the back straight, it's perfect because they see the shadows uphill. On the home straight, they don't.
Well, somebody's jumped out front here.
This is a flyer, 3 laps till the sprint.
That's Mayfield.
Mr. Robert Mayfield, another Colorado Springs rider. And this is a beautiful night for the people from Colorado who are used to like thin air, and the heavy air with the humidity really hurts. I remember talking with everyone who came back training from Colorado Springs. They all said, "Oh, the air feels so thick here." It was all because of the humidity. It wasn't so much the elevation; it was the humidity. So right now, with no humidity, this has got to feel really comfortable for him.
Mayfield, can he hold him off?
He's got one more lap.
He's got to get the bell next time around. Here they come. No, they're feeling a little more.
Hey, Mr. Morris is leading the group
energy.
there. They're about a third of a lap back, but that's not enough to overcome. I mean, they can still overcome that for this sprint as they start accelerating. Here we've got the bell. And what are we going to see a race for second, or are we going to see somebody try to contest for first? Looks like we're going to go to race for second here.
Mayfield's still out there. A couple riders push Kroom in that gang.
Mayfield looks like he's suffering a little bit. He's just kind of keeping tempo there.
He's going to get these points, but I think he's going to come back into the pack.
You got the field coming, but you will see Mr. Mayfield hold on here for first place. The race is for second. The race is for second. And we have rider number 17, I believe that was, John Kroom.
But Mayfield now relegates himself back to the back of the
He's
pack.
just swallowed up by the pack. Rider 31 is way back right now. That's rider 28. That is Tristan Manderfield trying to take off again. We've got a rider in the back who's going to be lapped. Manderfield will be lapping a rider in a moment. Probably before we hit the start-finish area. And he pulls up. He gives way, shorter distance. There's rider 37, Christopher Heineman from Edmonton, Alberta. And it looks like he may end up pulling out. He's riding high in the track. He may be having an issue with his bike. But he's falling behind. He's lapped by the entire field. He may be pulling himself out.
Right now, it looks like it's Manderfield out in front.
He's still pushing it.
28, is that Manderfield?
Yes, it is.
So they got to reel him in. He got a little bit ahead, but now he is backed off, and here comes the peloton behind. Small group has broken away, but here they come. So they're going to catch Manderfield.
One more lap to go for the bell. Manderfield pulling up. Maybe he's trying to regain his breath. He's out of the saddle. He wants the match. Kinneberg, Jackson Kinneberg, number 38, another Alberta rider, the Canadian. And that group of 6 is just joined by 3 more, and the rest of the field is back. And we've got the bell.
Can Kinnerfield now hold him off, as Manorfield did? Or sorry, Mayfield. Mayfield, Manderfield, and Kinneberg.
And I think they're going to be able to contest for first here. There's a push.
Here they come.
That's 36. That is Guillemette with the win, followed by Jastrab.
Or Kinneberg. Did Kinneberg get that?
Oh, 38. Yes.
Yep, Kinneberg. Kinneberg snuck in there. He's going to take the lap. Peeking under the right shoulder. 65 laps to go.
Daniel Brewer leading the pack. 3 riders off the front now. Led by Brewer.
Broom has 8 points as I have it, and Edwin Sutherland 7, Ryan Jastrab 6, Robert Mayfield 5, and a couple actually riders with 5. It's Mayfield, Gamay, and Kinneberg with 5. A couple, and then we have Morris with 3, and the other riders kind of down. They'll need to pick up a win to grab some points.
And Morris is in this lead group, along with Brewer, lead 3. They're trying to push the pace, trying to get distance on themselves. They've created a big schism.
I haven't seen any riders retire yet that I saw cut into the infield.
We've got 3 riders getting ready to catch the back of the pack. They will get bonus points for lapping the field. We've got another group of 3 riders that are about a half a lap behind them as we hit the bell. And the peloton is much more than a half lap behind the leaders. And we have a second group of 3 that are riding, trying to work together a half a lap behind, trying to catch the leaders on the track, who appeared ready to lap the field.
That looks like it's Kinnebaugh and Morris right now. Picking up those points on that lap. But there are a couple riders now close to being overtaken by the field. All right, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the finish of this race from the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. And there you see our riders, and leading the race right now is Ethan Agrosnik with 40 points out of Vancouver, BC. Jastrab is second with 37, pardon me, and Mathias Guillemette has 31.
And this has been an interesting race for sure. The field has been lapped. There are actually riders with minus points at this point in the competition. We've got the sprint on now for the points. There are only a few riders eligible because you have to be on the lead lap to be eligible. You see this big group coming here down the background. The big sprint here for first and second. We have rider 36. That is Guillemette with the victory on that lap. That he was in third place with 31. That 5 points will give him 36. He'll still be in third place overall. And I said these points races are so difficult to score when you're just watching them, but when that scoreboard is up and the points are shown, boy, they are so much fun to watch because you know where everybody is, where they stand on the track.
And we got Grodzik with 40. Still leading, so he's got to stay, though, Gary. His strategy is going to have to be hang near the top of the pack for certain.
And he's got to get those sprints. That's the most important thing right now.
And it's generally, what, 5, 3, and 1 point? Or
5, 3, 2, and 1.
5, 3, 2, and 1 point. So you can only pick up points in the first 4 spots. And they pick up points every 6 laps.
You got 3 more sets of points.
3 more sets of
12,
points to go out.
And 0.
And there's a point to the leader from the judge.
And you'll notice that the judges tonight have face masks on, and that is per UCI rules regarding the international COVID crisis, the pandemic. UCI has mandated that its officials and staff wear masks during UCI events.
So the biggies to look for right now are Jastrab, who is just 3 behind.
That's the rider number
and
29.
Mathias Guillemette.
Rider 36.
Is 36, so should either of those guys pick up points and Grodzik pick up no points.
Yeah, Grodzik from Vancouver, British Columbia. We've got the sprints going again.
Here they go. And we're looking for number 41. And Jastrab is 29. 41.
You see 41 in the yellow sleeves and the black polka dots.
And here they come.
And you saw Grodzik just kind of back off.
And Michael Miller, if he was in there picking up some points.
2 more sprints remaining in this race.
They'll go down to 6, and then they'll go down to 0.
Here are the leaders
So
right
Guillemette
now.
has 56. Brewer has moved in with 50 points. Also followed by Kinneberg, 50. Jamal Eastman has 46. Connor Soleil, 44. And Ethan Grodzik has dropped down, Gary, with 40. He's dropped down to 5th spot.
So since we came back, he has not accumulated a point. I think we were probably a sprint behind on those point accumulations. Is one of the reasons for you see that big jump to 50 from 31.
Stick around, there'll be another silver.
These are your 2 leaders on the track right now. Rider 46, that is Edwin Sutherland, and rider number 12, Mike Miller. But they are not the leaders in points at the moment. They are trying to separate themselves from the field big time here.
They're actually working together.
Yes, they are. They've got about a third of a lap lead.
Sutherland and Miller, there they are.
John Groom.
And Miller moves ahead.
John Groom putting on a blitz there.
He's kind of hung out, though, by himself. He's not with the peloton. He's not with the leaders.
He's on an island.
He has a little bit to go. Here is the lap
for a sprint.
Sutherland and Miller, we're going to keep our eye on those 2 riders.
Points race to stage in Phoenix. This will be our last stage in Phoenix. Sprint up and riders, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're down to the final rider.
Miller's leading this out. The field is coming back. Looks like they might catch them to make a great finish here for the final lap.
But Sutherland's going to take the 5. Miller's going to pick up 3. And I'm not sure if Jastrab is in there. We'll try and get a reading. So Brewer's in 3rd place. Sutherland, Miller, and Brewer rounding out the point leaders. We'll try and give them to you as soon as we can.
And the two leaders are still holding on. The field just shot up the track. We have some riders trying to pursue them low. They're going to wait, bring it all back together. John Kroom leading that bunch. But right now, we have Daniel Brewer. And then again, the field just kind of pulls up.
Brewer's got 52. Guillemette has 56. Kinbaugh with 50 total points. Jamal Eastman 46. So we were on the kind of the wrong leaders there, Gary.
Ah. Okay, so we have Brewer and Miller.
But they're way down on the points list. That's what's interesting.
Yeah, well, they're leading from the field point perspective. I guess the judge keeps pointing to them.
He does, and generally when the judge points to the riders, that's who's leading the race. But with the points, that's probably not the case, unfortunately. So now we do have a big gang ahead of the peloton.
I believe the confusion probably comes from lapping the field.
Could be. So Brewer is making a move, and Dennis Ramirez, number 42. We're gonna have to sort this all out pretty much when they're done. That's what we've had, as I mentioned at the top of the show, sometimes it gets a little confusing.
We will have
as the riders are leading laps or leading the field, or they're the lead rider that everyone's chasing.
And this is a three-man sprint to the finish.
For the last set of the 5 points.
This is a tremendous sprint here.
It's a shame the scoring is lost on this great finish.
Sutherland really pushing. Sutherland will take that lap, followed by Eastman.
And it looks like Brewer is signaling that he's got the points win.
Brewer thinks he has the points win. From the last look we saw, it did not appear that way. It'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out with the points. Again, it's a lot easier to keep track of it when you're seeing the scores, as they happen.
So they're saying Brewer won the points, but we haven't seen an official final points.
Yep, now he's being...
So Daniel Brewer is going to be in the points race final.
Big field coming up with the UCI Elite Men's Elimination Final. So again, this is like the missing out.
And a bunch of riders.
We don't have to worry about points on this one.
No, just watch the back
until the end. Although with the women's, it did kind of end.
Yes, interestingly.
The riders weren't even sure what happened there, so we'll have to see what happens here in the men's race at the end.
This field has my favorite number that I used to tell the kids at school: 11,100. We're just going to start telling you who's not in. That'll make it a heck of a lot easier.
Jim Krupka is not in the race.
Well, I'm not in. And luckily for the fans, Jim Krupka is not in this race. I would be the first one out. That would be this race. I could do finishing first.
You'd get your name mentioned
first, right?
Twice for being in it and for being out of it. And they're off.
That is a bit of a conundrum, because when you're the first one out, you're the first at something.
Exactly.
So I could handle this.
It's like the winner of the slowest lap.
That's correct. Would they let me out there on a bike with brakes? That's all I need to know.
No, they would not.
Come on.
Here's the gun.
This would be the scary part for me. The gun would go. Could I stay back far enough to just be out?
Will anybody play a game here? That's we always call it at the back of the pack, devil take the hindmost. So the Devil takes the back position and tries to pip somebody at the start-finish line to eliminate them rather than themselves.
There we go.
Some people make a game out of it for about 10 or 20 laps. We're not going to have that this time. Rider number 31 off the pack right away.
Picked off. 31 is gone. Daniel Brewer.
So a winner, now a first-time outer.
Yes.
He's kind of looking up a little surprised, like, what the hell?
Maybe
I was ready for this one.
Maybe he thought he was the winner.
I thought this was first one out wins. I got some speed coming from behind, and rider 14 is eliminated. That is Robert Mayfield.
Mayfield. It's going to be gone. Service Electric subscribers, hang on to your hats. Music Fest around the corner.
The chicken dance back.
Yeah, but does the chicken dance have a missing out? Ooh.
Now you see John Kroom with the Stars and Stripes jersey on there.
Michael Miller.
Eliminated. But you see John Kroom with the Stars and Stripes jersey on. He won the national championship in this last weekend. He is wearing the Stars and Stripes jersey of a national champion in the event.
He wants people to know who he is and where he is.
It is his right.
That's correct.
For the rest of the year, as long as he's the reigning national champion.
Andrew Duddle.
Rider 221. Gone but not forgotten.
Oh, sorry. Dennis Ramirez gets the boot. There we go. Now somebody really wants to be out. Bradley Green? Oh, Andrew Duddle. That time it is Duddle.
Yeah, that was Ramirez.
And every once in a while.
Yeah, he just stayed with it. He should have dropped off the track.
Every once in a while, I think they get a little confused.
241 came out, you said the last one?
Yeah, I thought
He's still racing.
Duddle.
He's still in there.
Well, somebody's. Now we got.
He's at the bottom of the track still.
That's Bradley Green. I was just a little early with Bradley Green. That's right. How can you forget Bradley? I won't forget Bradley Green any other race now because he's got the striped jersey on and it isn't green.
Now you got a race at the back.
Oh,
looks like rider 37.
Christopher Heineman.
That's right. That was
Heineman.
Yes, Chris Heineman.
Is gone. Heineman was the hindmost.
Heineman from Edmonton.
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Edmonton, the old Edmonton Wills.
Yes. Ooh, now.
Ooh, that was tight.
Oh, they're telling Sam Morris.
From Mighty Cycling Club out of West Vancouver.
Sam Morris did not have the code to hang in there. Yeah, that's another easy one.
28. Tristan Manderfield.
Manderfield leaves the field. Tristan leaves the field. Wait. Oh, he was. That was funny. That was a good camera shot. He was like looking up, like, "Well, what me?"
Alfred E. Newman. Who me? That reference might be lost on a lot of people. I just realized.
Ooh,
44 at the bottom. Connor Salee.
Connor Salee
from Fort Lauderdale. I guess he's happy to be out of Florida in the summertime.
Yeah, glad to be up here in this kind of weather.
Yeah. November, December, a little different.
Right.
This past February.
That guy called himself out. That Cesar Gallego. He kind of like threw in the chips right out of turn 4.
I'll tell you, we're seeing more of the Metro New York riders this season than we've seen in a long, long time. I remember we used to see them a lot in the late 80s, early 90s, and they kind of disappeared. Now this year we're really seeing them. Whoa, was it John Kroom?
It is. John Kroon gets bumped. I think the New Yorkers came now, Garrett, because the Mets are playing good. You notice you didn't see him around when the Mets were not good.
Here we have the national champion called out there with plenty of laps to go yet. I think he just got caught. I think he felt comfortable there in the middle of the pack, and he just got surpassed.
That is Danielle Matthews.
19 Matthews.
Danielle Matthews.
Our Kutztown rider.
19 Matthews.
Now he knows and acknowledges, goes to the top of the track.
I'm not saying anything about how many riders are going down to, by the way. You notice I'm staying away from that.
Now we got an effort over the top because rider number 35 is eliminated. That's Gerald Eastman.
Eastman is taking a powder.
Now why a rider would take a flyer is beyond me.
Because he doesn't want to be anywhere near the back.
And you notice the lap count is off.
So this must just be basically a scratch race with a missing out.
Down to 1, 2, 3, down to 6.
Something else going. Ooh, that's another tight one.
41.
Yep. A Gronchuk.
41. Even.
That's more like a hockey name than any other
Yeah,
name we've
he
seen
should be.
tonight. Agradachuk.
Yeah, he's more used to getting assists.
Sounds like a power forward or a defenseman.
Either one.
46. Edwin Sutherland.
Sutherland is
Team
out.
Stoley.
Team Stoley. Yeah, but look at this. I think
Barbados.
everybody's worried about who's last. Meanwhile, our winner is now like a third of a track ahead. Is that 59? I thought it was a 9.
29 Jastra.
Matthias Guillemette is the guy
Out front.
roasting the field right now.
Guess he's still a little bit upset about that points race.
So there he is. He is out in front, and he is figuring
Don't leave anything
it's
to
just
chance.
going to be the winner now, and everybody else kind of like just now he's a half track ahead.
I think after the way the women's race finished, where literally the women on the track didn't know what was going on, I think he's just saying, "I'm not going to put it to chance. I got the chops."
Yep. Mathias Guillemette.
And that's it. So he is the winner in the UCI Elite Men's Point Race. Excuse me, the elimination race.
Guillemette from Canada wins it, figuring, hey, you questioned why he went out front. Now we know why he went out front.
Again, like
That ain't happening to me.
And like I said, the riders in the women's race were genuinely confused at the end.
I agree.
I think he just thought, I'm not going to put it to chance. They took the lap card counter down, so I'm not going to worry about it. I've got the chops. I'm still ticked off about the points race.
Now it looks like we should be back to the sprint. Final potential. Don't want to cut it off short. There you look. Great. Jim Krupke saying, watch us again on SEN.